I didn't download the app. It was already on my phone. There was no icon, no name, just a black screen. And one single sentence glowing in white. You have 4 days left. I laughed it off. Then the countdown started. It all began at exactly 2:11 a.m. That detail matters because later, much later, I learned it always appears when the city is asleep. My phone buzzed once on my nightstand. It wasn't a message. It wasn't a call. Just a single, sharp vibration that cut through the silence. When I unlocked my screen, everything looked normal at first glance. The same apps I used every day. The same picture of the coast I used as a wallpaper, except for one thing. At the very bottom of the screen, below my dock, where no app should ever exist, there was a thin black bar. It was barely noticeable, almost like a graphical glitch. Curiosity got the better of me. I tapped it. The screen instantly went dark. Not the deep black of a powered-off device, but an active, illuminated blackness. Then stark white text appeared, materializing letter by letter. Welcome back. That didn't make any sense. I'd never seen this before. I tried to scroll to find a menu or an exit button. There was nothing, no buttons, no settings. Just that one unsettling line and another below it. Time remaining, 4 days, 13 hours. My heart skipped a beat. A cold wave washed over me. This had to be some kind of elaborate prank. I swiped up to close the app, and thankfully, my home screen returned. But the relief was short-lived. The timer, it kept ticking. It was now superimposed on my lock screen. A constant, glowing reminder of a countdown I never asked for. The next morning, I showed my friend Mark. He was the tech-savvy one, always messing with beta software and weird apps. He just laughed. Bro, relax, he said, taking my phone. That's just one of those dumb prank apps. You probably downloaded it and forgot. He swiped through my apps, then went into my phone's settings, looking for something to uninstall. The app was gone. It had completely vanished. There was no trace of it anywhere. See? He said, a smug grin on his face. Nothing there. Then his smile faded, because my phone vibrated in his hand. The screen lit up on its own, the same black screen. The same glowing white text, but the message had changed. Now it read, User observed. The air grew thick. Mark handed the phone back to me without another word, his face pale. That night, the app sent its first notification. There was no sound, no buzz. Just a banner that appeared at the top of my screen. Event confirmed. What event? I had no idea what it meant, and I spent the rest of the night nervously checking my phone, but nothing else happened. Until the next day. I was watching the street from my apartment window when a woman at the bus stop just collapsed. There was no warning, no scream. She just crumpled to the pavement. Paramedics arrived, but it was too late. Later that evening, my phone lit up. The app updated. Prediction accuracy, 100%. A deep, primal coldness settled in my bones. This wasn't a prank. This was real. I tried everything to get rid of it. I went through my settings again and again. It didn't appear in the app list. It didn't show up in my storage usage. It didn't exist anywhere on the phone's interface. Except when it wanted to. And that's when I noticed something else. Something far more disturbing. The app wasn't just counting down. It was learning. It was watching me. Every time I unlocked my phone, the text would be slightly different, more personal. Heart rate elevated. Sleep reduced. Fear acknowledged. I never gave it permission to access my biometrics. I never gave it permission for anything. On day 2, things escalated. The app showed me a list. Just names, no photos, no phone numbers. Just a stark white list of names against the black background. Some of the names were already crossed out with a thin red line, and one of the names not yet crossed out, was Mark. I called him immediately, my hand trembling. It went straight to voicemail. I called again. Voicemail. I sent a stream of frantic texts. No reply, I tried all day. That evening, I checked the app again. The list was still there, but Mark's name was gone. It wasn't crossed out, it was just gone. In its place was a new message, right below the list. Loss registered. I didn't sleep that night. I just sat in the dark, watching the countdown on my lock screen mock me. 2 days left. 1 day left. Each passing hour felt like a lifetime. On day 3, the app did something worse. It showed me a map. A detailed map of my city. A single blinking dot showed my location, pinpointed inside my apartment building. I watched, mesmerized in horror, as another dot appeared. It started a few blocks away, then it began to move. Steadily, it moved closer, street by street, block by block, until the second dot was inside my building. Then it was on my floor, and then the second dot was inside my apartment. But I was alone. I screamed and ran to the door, checking the lock for the 10th time. It was bolted shut. I was completely alone. The app sent one final bone-chilling message that night. You are not the first. That sent me down a rabbit hole. I spent hours online, digging through deep forums, archived web pages, deleted threads. I searched for black screen app, countdown phone, anything I could think of. After what felt like an eternity, I found it. A single, anonymous post from years ago. It had no comments, no replies. It was just one sentence, a desperate warning left floating in the digital abyss. If the app appears, don't check the final hour. I didn't understand what it meant. But as the countdown ticked past the 1-minute mark, I remembered that warning. 59 seconds. 58. I threw my phone across the room, face down on the carpet. I couldn't look, but I had to. The final seconds were approaching. 10, 9, 8. As the countdown hit 0 hours 0 minutes and 1 second, the app opened by itself. A screen flared to life, and it showed me something new. Not text, not numbers. It was a live camera feed. From my own phone's camera, the front-facing one. But it wasn't showing me. It was showing the room from behind me, as if someone was holding the phone looking over my shoulder. I dropped the phone. The screen cracked. And then it was over. The app disappeared. The countdown was gone. The messages stopped. My phone was just a normal phone again, with a shattered screen. It's been 6 months since that night. Nothing strange has happened. Life has returned to a fragile, uneasy normal. I almost convinced myself it was all a terrible, vivid nightmare, except for one thing. Every single night, at exactly 2:11 a.m., my phone vibrates once. And for just a fraction of a second, before the screen goes completely dark, I see a new message glowing in the void. Update pending. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.